Well, hello, friends and soul family. Beautiful rising, good afternoon, and or lovely evening to you wherever you are, depending on the location of your rotation. Thank you for stopping by my channel. This is the moon energy for September video. So, thank you for being here. Uh, so all of my readings are intended to be timeless, meaning whenever you have found this video is when you are meant to hear the message. So if your guides have led you here, your spirit, your ancestors, your higher self, the divine, or even if someone has shared this video with you and you decided to watch it, then there is a message here for you. So use your intuition to tune into what that message could be for you. So this is the September energy, and as we are stepping into, or as we have transitioned into the month of September, we are in another moon phase. So I will be reading from the book that I always read from, Moon Energy, A Practical Guide to Using Lunar Cycles to Unleash Your Inner Goddess by Stephanie LeFranc, illustrated by Vic O. So, as I was saying, as we are stepping into the beginning of this month, we are in the waning energy of the moon. And so we are going to be reading about the waning moon energy. So we are in the last quarter of the moon. We just recently had the full super blue moon in Pisces. And now we are stepping into this last quarter moon as we begin the month. So at the beginning of the month, we are coming to the end of the moon's 29-day cycle. So the third day after the full moon, we enter into a phase of decreasing or waning. The bright surface of the celestial body begins to diminish in size. The moon is once again split in two, half dark, half light. To spot the quarter, imagine once more a vertical line through the center and look for the D-like decreasing that appears. So, the energies. You are now in a phase where the energies are at their lowest. The phase of the twilight goddess and instinctive dance, a choreography that is guided slowly by your intuitive and animal parts. Let this movement unfurling within you guide your steps. You will also begin to feel the need to return to your inner world and may be less inclined to exchange or interact with others. Instead, you start to look deeper inside yourself. This call will become increasingly powerful until the next new moon. This is a period of sorting, cleansing sacred spaces, and taking a thorough look at your current situation. You may use this force to rid yourself of negative influences, weights, and blockages that are holding you back. Trust your instincts in order to leave behind whatever encumbers you: relationships, mental patterns, habits, and repetitive life schemas. You can make mindful choices, banish what no longer serves you, and close certain chapters in your life before heading into a new cycle. So, that is the energy that is coming into that September is beginning with. We are beginning the month of September with the energy of releasing and letting go of things that no longer serve us. So I love that, and I feel like, yeah, I was guided to read that since I haven't read it. And so the energies for September, oh, look at the balance. September is the balance of forces. So, yeah, And like we haven't had the September full moon yet, so I'm not gonna read that. But yeah, but the full moon is about balance, and the new moon is about purification. So yeah, that in itself is amazing. But we are reading about the September. The full moon is called the Witch's Moon of the Horned Hunter, the door to the dark season. This moon is called the Hunter's Moon or Horned Moon, and for pagans, she represents the entrance to winter and a time when daily life is spent preparing to welcome the cold and enjoying a certain nostalgia. I love that. I love that. Okay, let's see. Let's get this. Here we go. Associated with abundance, this moon tells us it is time to bring in the firewood and the harvest, jar our produce, and dry out the last herbs. She shines between two movements, one turned towards summer, the other towards winter. She invites you to take part in a major cleansing of your living spaces, sorting, putting away, purifying, to make room for an exploration of your inner world. Native Americans associate this moon with hunting because her appearance meant it was time to prepare winter stores. She also bears the name the Horned Moon as a reference to the buck deer, god of the forest and a soul guide. This animal represents an ancient protective deity. As a psychopomp, it guides the dead, and its antlers symbolize the cycle of life. By the light of this hunter's moon, you often find yourself overcome by a sometimes inexplicable sadness and nostalgia. Welcome these emotions with kindness as they color your daily life. What are they trying to reveal? This moon teaches us that sometimes sadness is a season, that energies touch us in order to heal us. What wound do you need to tend to? Give thanks to the timeless wisdom of the moon and the way she leads you to examine yourself so you can enter the dark season in peace. Amazing. So the September pagan festival is Mabon. I think it's Mabon, yeah. And September 21st through the 22nd. And so this is the second of the three harvest festivals and takes place between Lugnasad, there we go, and Samhain. Lugnasad and Samhain. It represents the sacred time of harvest as well as equilibrium in nature and is celebrated during the autumn equinox, when day and night are of equal length. The next day you enter a period of darkness, but also one of softness and detachment. For the community, this festival was a transitional time to appraise the harvest that would get them through the winter. Symbolically, it is a time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, to honor your sacrifices, and gather together at events that bring you closer to your community. You are no longer in a period of openness to new things, but instead one of consolidation of what we have gained and reinforcement of ties to other people. This celebration honors your harvests and invites you to close chapters in your life. Make concrete decisions, put an end to a relationship, or free yourself from a life schema you no longer want. Balance will come spontaneously between harvest and abandoning. This is also a time to prepare for the coming season by drying fruits and vegetables or making jams and jellies. These preparations are a counterbalance to the longer nights, the beginning of the darkest time of the year, and the calming high energies linked to the fires of summer. The equinox is a portal that invites you to examine your life and reestablish balance in every area. In the same way that nature is starting to slow down, so are you. The crown ritual. You will need a few branches of ivy, wire, and string made from natural fibers. You can perform this ritual in groups to celebrate Mabon. Open the circle. Make crowns representing the sacred circle of seasons. Ivy symbolizes equilibrium, stability, and the deepening of bonds. Wind the ivy branches around a circle of wire and secure them with the string. Give thanks to nature and the spirit of the ivy. Close the circle. These crowns can be worn or used to decorate your altar. The September plant spirit is ground ivy. Names: ground ivy, Glycoma hederaceae, is also known as gill over the ground, creeping Charlie, ale hoof, and field balm. It is part of the St. John's group of healing herbs. It flowers between March and October. This creeping and persistent plant is widespread in temperate zones of Europe, North America, and Asia, where it grows on tree trunks and rocks. Properties. Ground ivy is an excellent tonic and has anti-scorbutic and vulnerary properties. Oh, my nose is itching. Okay. Every part of this little ivy plant is good, earning it the name Master of All in French. The long branches can be used for crowns. Symbolism. Ground ivy is always green and represents rebirth, the link between life and death and eternal life. For this reason, it is often associated with the immortal Osiris. It is found in many cultures as a good luck charm. Because it evokes perseverance and stability, it is a perfect symbol for long-lasting emotional bonds. Young people looking for love used to slip a leaf under their pillow, and newlyweds were crowned with braided ivy. Crowns are also found in Druidic ceremonies in which ivy is featured as a duplicitous goddess who gives gifts and takes them away as part of the cycle of life. Its leaves are sacred and linked to the moon goddess because they promote prophecy and the search for self. Ground ivy's strong connection to the earth and stones make it a symbol of putting down roots and deepening emotional connections, as well as sometimes suffocation. Wow, I just got chills. So, September, our feminine archetype is Isis, the magician. And of course, like, if the ground ivy is associated with Osiris, then September must be Isis month. Like, the feminine archetype would have to be Isis, right? So, all right. Isis, the magician. Isis is a primordial goddess, the mother of gods, and a protector of nature and life. Within her, she carries an incomparable power that resonates with other times of the year, June, because she is connected to the sign of Cancer, and August, when the Leo portal opens and her star Sirius aligns with the Earth and Sun to create powerful energies mirroring your life path. In September, she is usually associated with the balance she embodies as a double deity, both nurturing and destructive, on the fence between death, a force she rubs shoulders with and defies, and life, which she symbolizes as a mother goddess. She is a representation of profound femininity and a protector of childbirth. One of the sacred Egyptian symbols associated with her is the Isaic knot, also called the blood of Isis or Tayet. This is a very powerful magical protection sign that women in labor wore to help births go smoothly. Born after three brothers on the fourth day of creation, Isis is closely linked to the four lunar phases and the four seasons. She is also attached to the water element and the Nile River, and so was logically associated with the sea and the flow of emotions. Isis was worshipped by one of the largest esoteric cults in history that spread beyond the borders of Egypt and extended to Greece and the Roman Empire. In these places, she represented wisdom, earth, and the moon. Statues depicting her as a black goddess were portrayals of lunar eclipses. In Greece, she completely supplanted the moon god, and was connected to secret initiation practices. These ceremonies were called mysteries of Isis. Isis has carried Isis has carried this occult dimension ever since the beginnings of her myth as a great magician, when she managed to put the pieces of her husband Osiris's body back together to bring him back to life. A rememberment, which is not so far from the word remember. Oh yeah, a rememberment, which is not far from the word remember. With her help, the past can help you reconstruct the future, and memory is a cement you can use to find and reassemble yourself. The goddess of creative power. Let yourself be penetrated by the mystery of the phrase engraved on a stone beneath a portrait of Isis. I am all that hath been, and is, and shall be, and my veil no mortal has hitherto raised. This guardian of deep femininity invites you to let a secret dimension enter your life. Accept the mystery that is hidden in all things. Cultivate your mystery and glorify the powerfully creative woman magician that you are. Fertilize your secret garden and nourish it with your past experiences, welcoming the infinite possibilities to come. Watch this garden flourish in the silence of your inner temple. Discover the importance of ritual. Isis unites you with your spiritual dimension. Open your soul to the invisible world. So, that is the last. So, I don't believe within this, I don't think that it was necessarily a cult of Isis. I feel like that Isis was to ancient peoples what the Virgin Mary is to, Christianity now. And so, yeah, like she absolutely is the mother goddess, like archetype, and I love it. And of course, like she was represented as a black goddess because, I mean, that's literally what she was in, I mean, ancient Egypt and in ancient Kemet, where all of the, writings come from. Like they were black. So yeah, that's amazing. So that is our September moon energy, and yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed this information. So September is the month of the balance of forces, and I definitely feel that there is something about September that feels it's like leaving one and going to the other. It's leaving hot and stepping into cool. It's the balance of that. It's like the mixture, the coming together of, yeah, like it said, like day and night are equal. And so I love that. And I'm definitely feeling that energy. So, yeah, so I hope you all found something that you resonate with. Please feel free to come back to this video at any time during the month to see how it is resonating with you, or just at the end of the month when after September has passed and yeah, see how it resonated with you. But other than that, I want to thank you all for being here. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then please remember to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you would like to hear these on a monthly basis. Yeah, I will be doing these each month until I run out of months. So, yeah. But thank you all so very much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you in the next one.